Welcome to iReadIt. Today, another episode of Choosing Beggars. Hope you enjoy.
My boyfriend literally just got me some chocolate in a card for Valentine's. Like, when I say I want chocolates, what I really want is a ring or a necklace. Just because I say I want something doesn't mean I want it.
If you cross the state line, the car devalues. I was 20 years old and I was going to be moving overseas to start my life as a young adult. I needed to sell my car, which I had babied and dearly loved since I had bought it at 16. It was a 2000 Oldsmobile Alero V6. It was great and it had seen me through some tough times. There was a girl that was a friend that said she wanted to buy the car. For clarity's sake, I was asking $2,000. She had agreed to the price and we agreed on a date for her to pay and take possession of it. In that time, before the agreed upon sale date, I had to take a road trip to another state to see some family and friends before I left the country. After the road trip was over, she contacted me and said she had a concern.
So, we need to talk about the price of the car.
Okay, what's up?
Well, I found a rule that says that if you drive a car over the state line and drive it back, then it devalues it.
What? That's weird. Where'd you read that?
It's on the Kelly Blue Book.
We were having the conversation via Skype, so instead of taking her at her word, I was bewildered enough that I looked up the site while we kept talking. Of course, there was nothing anywhere about this rule. I don't see it anywhere. Can you send me a link?
It's just on the main page.
At this point, I catch on to what she's doing, but she had agreed to pay for the car and I didn't want to hunt around for another buyer.
I know we agreed to $2,000 for it, but do you think you could lower the price? You definitely drove to another state line since you had to drive all the way back too. Driving the car into another state devalues the car. That's how it works.
I really can't lower the price because we already agreed to that price and I have a bill of sale that's already notarized for you with the price of $2,000 on it.
Fine, I'll pay the $2,000.
I don't remember the rest of the conversation, but it basically ended with her agreeing to pay for the car, but the stipulation was that she pay with cash and not a check. She had lost my trust a little with the attempt to get the car for cheaper over something that didn't exist. So she paid for the car in cash like I had requested. I gave her the bill of sale and all was amicable. Cue to nearly a year later. I am overseas working and making a life for myself and she contacts me via Facebook. Keep in mind, I had had no contact with her at all since the deal was made for the car and I had moved away. I don't recall the entire conversation and small talk, but I do remember the main reason she contacted me.
So, the real reason I contacted you was about the car.
The Alero? That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I know, but the brakes went out on it and it caused an accident. Do you think you could get me back the difference in value of the car from the accident?
At this point, it was obvious that she just wanted money. I told her that I didn't owe her for something that happened on a car she bought from me nearly a year ago. I told her that once she bought the car, it was her responsibility to take care of it. I had routinely checked the brakes and rotors, and I had the bank statements to show for it. She got angry about it and said she'd be willing to take $500 in a refund to make the down payment on a replacement car since
insurance doesn't cover neglect on a car you buy.
I declined and told her to be more responsible. Out of anger, I contacted a friend of mine from where I lived before who worked as a state trooper. I asked him if there was a record of the accident on the license plates, assuming she hadn't changed them. He got back to me that there was a record of an accident. The cause of the accident was listed as drunk and reckless driving. Needless to say, I never spoke to her again.
I would like to buy your iPhone 6s 16GB T-Mobile for $10. Don't send offers if you're gonna lowball. I'm sorry that I'm poor, wanting something nice. If I had the money, I would pay. And at least I'm trying to do it in an honest way, not robbing or hurting people to get what I want.
Well, this isn't exactly a choosing beggar, but expecting praise for not hurting or robbing people? That's kind of messed up. Delusional coworker.
Is the Xbox still available?
Hi, coworker. It's still available.
How long have you had it, and why are you selling it?
I've had it since October. Played it about 3 times and never touched it again. I don't have time to game anymore.
Both games are included?
Yes.
Cool. $75 and a few grams sound good?
What? I'm asking $350 for the Xbox. Cash only.
Please work with me. It's a birthday gift for my boyfriend.
I understand it's a birthday gift, but I'm still asking $350 for it. You're getting 4 controllers and 2 games. That's fair in my opinion.
I'm on a tight budget and the price you're asking is way too high. There's other Xboxes on Craigslist that are cheaper than what you are asking.
Then why are you trying to buy mine if you can get a cheaper one? What's your budget? I can probably provide you with some cheaper alternatives. If he's into retro gaming, you can probably get him an NES Classic or Sega Genesis HD. It's gonna cost about $80.
No. I want yours. He already has all of that stuff. He just wants an Xbox now.
You can have it for $350.
I'll give you $150 and some nudes.
Sends an actual nude of herself. 2 things to keep in mind here, guys. First of all, she's not sending her nudes to some random stranger on the internet, but to a coworker, someone she knows in real life. Second of all, she's doing so to get something for her boyfriend. I can't really imagine her boyfriend would be too happy about that. Or maybe he is. People are weird. CB stole makeup from me, now wants my money for it. I had a girls' night a few weeks ago. We, all aged above 25, had dinner and a couple of glasses of wine at my place. We came upon the subject of makeup, since it's an interest for most of us, and since I buy a lot that I end up not being able to use because of very sensitive skin, I have a fair bit of makeup that I can give away to friends. So I went and picked out a few things that my friends could use and also brought with me my Estee Lauder Double Wear, because me and the CB had been talking about it. That is a foundation that costs around $60 to $70 around here, so it's very expensive. CB was actually kind of interested in it, because she doesn't use any liquid foundation but wants to try it, but she still thought I was stupid for spending so much money on it. Now, she's the kind of person that does not want to spend a lot of money on makeup, and she ridicules the rest of us for spending more than $5 on any piece of makeup. She only shops from dollar stores and no-name brands, much like she does with everything else, clothes, accessories, etc., which isn't anything wrong, but it just makes everything so much more obvious. So, come the next day, my foundation was gone, and suddenly she had bought one. She was very obvious about it. She sent me a picture on Snapchat of a double wear with the text, "Look what I bought." It was very childlike, like when a child tries to cover up their tracks. Of course, it was the same shade I used, and it was obvious that it wasn't brand new. Another obvious hint was that the only store that sells that foundation within a 3-hour radius was closed, as it was a Sunday. I didn't confront her. It wasn't actually that important, as it was still only a piece of makeup, and I decided to just not invite her to my house anymore. Fast forward to now. She writes me on Snapchat, and she's angry with me because the foundation has given her little bumps all over her face, and they won't go away. I laughed for myself and asked her if she removed it properly after using it. I already knew she didn't. She sleeps in her makeup and just reapplies it the day after. She says she did, and that it was all my fault for recommending her this foundation, as it's only because of that she has these bumps. We argue a bit. I still don't say that I know she took mine, because I don't actually have any proof other than my missing foundation and that it's the same shade. She'd be able to get away with a few excuses. It all ends with her wanting me to give her around $100 for what she paid for the foundation and the skincare she will have to buy to get rid of the bumps. I haven't answered her since then, so if anyone has any suggestions, I'm all ears. It's funny though, I'm surprised about this situation, but still, I'm not shocked. I don't know what OP meant when she said it was childish. I thought that cover-up was genius. I'm gonna copy it right now. Right now, I'm gonna go over to my friend, steal his car, and tomorrow, I'm gonna send him a picture of it, telling him that I just bought the same car he owns. I mean, owned. Of course, when it breaks down, I'm gonna ask him for the money for the repairs, cause, you know, that's how it works, right? I want McDonald's, but I want you to pay for it, and I'll think about paying you back another time. So, this happened during the run-up to Christmas, and a colleague of mine has just reminded me of it. Our office is in the middle of a very small village. About 20 to 30 of us work here. The closest place for food near us is McDonald's near the A1 motorway, about a 5-minute drive from us. My colleague and I forgot our lunches and said we were going to do a McDonald's run if anybody wants anything. The normal procedure for this is we get what they want, pay for it, and then our colleagues pay us back via PayPal when we come back with the receipt. Simple, really. 3 other colleagues wanted stuff. Just as I was about to head out, the CB colleague chirps in.
How much is a Big Mac?
I'm not sure. Do you want one?
I don't know. Are they more than £1?
Yeah, definitely. They do have those £1 server menu items, I think, though.
No. They're normally small and crap.
Okay, well, anything else?
I really want a Big Mac, but I don't want to pay more than £1 for it.
Okay.
Can you buy me a Big Mac and I'll pay you if I like it?
Oh, you're serious? Who's going to pay for the Big Mac if you don't like it then?
Well, you can have it.
I don't want a Big Mac. I'm getting myself some nuggets and a drink.
I don't want to pay for a Big Mac though.
This is where I look at my other colleague in confusion, feeling like I'm missing something. But he is equally as confused as I am. Well, I'm not going to buy you a Big Mac out of my pay just in case you don't like it. Then I'm out of pocket. Do you see?
But if I don't like it, then I would have wasted money on it. I won't be able to pay you until after Christmas anyway.
So, it's okay for me to waste my money on you, but not you waste it on yourself?
Oh, for God's sake. Never mind, it was just a request. No need to get bitchy about it.
And that's it. As always, thank you very much for tuning in. If you liked the video, don't forget to come back tomorrow for a brand new episode. Until then, see ya!